When we think of the raw, fresh food space, there's really three different parts. There's the pre-made, complete and balanced raw diets that you find in your local independent pet stores freezer. You can also make it your own using a nutritionist or a formulator to DIY. And then you have the metabolically appropriate keto raw diet, which is what Bones & Co. crafts. And what does it mean to make a metabolically appropriate keto recipe? Well, simply stated, it means putting our dog's metabolic health and their metabolic system in an optimal state, meaning that they're burning fat for fuel as the primary fuel source instead of relying on sugar or carbs. This is a common term we hear in the human world as well as dogs of being a fat burner versus a sugar burner, because it is widely known and widely researched that fat is a much more optimal, stable burn for dogs than constantly burning through sugar and carbs as their primary fuel source. So how does this all work then? Well, the best part is it's actually very simple, which means that we can feel more confident in really understanding what we're feeding our dogs. In fact, the original founder, Ryan, says that it's simple enough that he could write it on the back of a napkin, and that's a testament to how natural and simple this is. And what we mean by keto is that we formulate and craft our food with very low carbs and higher and healthy fats and healthy proteins. In fact, our fat to protein ratio on our main base complete formula is a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio, which is very uncommon in the general raw fresh food space. And the benefit of this is when dogs are eating our recipe, they are putting their metabolism or their metabolic health in an optimal state, again, where they're going to be burning primarily fat is the primary fuel source. There are two different metabolic pathways that dogs can go through to generate energy. One is glycolysis, where they're primarily burning carbs for their fuel source. With this, you can get glucose spikes or blood sugar spikes, insulin spikes. Then what happens is fat is being stored in the body because instead of burning fat, the body is using the carbs or the sugars as the primary fuel source. And this is what dogs are typically going to go through eating an ultra processed kibble because of that much higher carb count, or even a raw fresh food diet that is much higher in carbs because of the added fillers and produce and the lower fat content. On the flip side, our diet is formulated with very low carbs and higher healthy fats and rich in protein, which means the body is going to be going into the more optimal metabolic pathway, which is ketosis, where they're not going to have the same blood sugar or insulin spikes as they would in the other pathway. And instead of storing and accumulating fat in the body, they are going to be putting fat to work and burning fat for fuel. And the greatest part about all of this is you don't have to take my word for it. You can actually measure your dog's blood sugar and ketone levels at home with a human glucometer that tests ketones, and you can see the results yourself. See, that's what I love about keto, and that's what I love about metabolically appropriate diets, is it empowers you as a pet parent to feel confident in what you're feeding your dog is actually doing what the bags claim. There's so much marketing fluff and terminology out there that navigating through all of that as a pet parent can be overwhelming. And so for me, I like data, and you, like I said, can with your vet or at home test your dog's blood sugar or ketone levels to get a pulse on where they're at. In fact, Bones & Co. has a guarantee that if on Bones & Co. food, your dog's blood sugar or ketone levels don't improve, then your dog's next bag is on us. And because all of our recipes are 95% meat, bone, and organ, there's absolutely no synthetics. It's complete and balanced as is. It is formulated for all life stages, whether you have a puppy, an adult dog, or a senior. And the best part of it is we are promoting overall wellness with this diet. So while it can be a great tool to work with your vet and to feed if your dog is struggling with a chronic canine disease like cancer or obesity, it is also a fantastic food for a dog or puppy that's healthy today and you want to keep them that way. Now, if you want to go even deeper into keto, click the video right here and I'll jump over there with you. Or if you want to learn more about keto myths, you're still still a little skeptic, which is totally fine, click the video right here and we'll go over some of that together. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and comment below. What kind of videos would you like to see next? And I hope you have an awesome day. Thanks.